What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shakayla, and this is Manifesting with Karmic Psycho. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. I truly appreciate you checking out this video. Here on my channel, I talk about manifesting the life you deserve, my process and journey through ascension, and of course, spirituality in general. So, if you have never watched my videos before, I really do appreciate you checking out my channel. If you do enjoy this video, go ahead and subscribe. You subscribing to my channel helps me to grow and allows me to continue coming back making content for you guys. And if you are a part of this spiritual family, big hearts go out to you. Thank you guys. I'm showing you guys endless gratitude and support for continuously coming back and watching my content. So I'm gonna jump right in, you guys. First of all, I realized that I needed to do a voiceover for this video because I'm going through a lot of change right now, and I was looking through my phone to see what content I already had. And look at this amazing photo that I took around Easter. Not even a photo, it's a video. I was in the mall with my kids. I had took them glow golfing, and I looked up in the sky, and they had these beautiful skylights, and you could see the clouds just going by. And this is first really giving me a channel message to just be present, right? To just be present where you are and know that everything is happening for a reason, and to just find the good in whatever it is. I'm reading a book right now, and I'm going to be doing a video on it soon. It's called No Mud, No Lotus by Thich Nhat Hanh. And this book is about the art of suffering. It's about learning how to find balance, to ground yourself, and to be mindful of periods of stagnation or suffering or unrest in your life. Okay, so that is the first thing. The message is starting out to be present. Okay, now I'm backlighting Palo Santo as I'm cleaning my cards here, and we've got this flame here on a side, and that's just really telling us to be flexible right now. There's also two different kind of flames on it, and one of the peaks is lower and one of the peaks is higher. And this is really telling us, guys, that sometimes there's going to be good times and sometimes there's going to be bad times. There's literally can be no dark without light. So it's just very necessary to be mindful of that when you are going through something, when you are having a difficult time, and just trying to see what is it that you can get out of each experience. Okay, before I jump in pulling any cards, I want to get into the astrology of this week. So April 23rd is past Saturday. We started a 4-planet parade, which is a planetary alignment of the 4 planets of Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Saturn. Okay, and then starting today, we are beginning the crescent moon. Crescent moon is all about initiation. Okay, that means taking action, holding on to your vision, and aligning with your focus. So with these 4 planets being in alignment, it's not a super rare occurrence, but it also is not something that happens regularly all the time, like on a monthly basis. The last time we had these shifts were in 2020, 2016, and 2005. So during this week, this theme is going to kind of put you in a mindset of the experiences that occurred in your life in 2020, 2016, and 2005. I don't know about you guys, but I had major changes in my life during that time. In 2020, I went through a huge breakup. I probably went through like my 3rd spiritual awakening, which was the most impactful of all. In 2016 was when I really began, I guess, separated from my ex-husband. In 2005, that was the year that I went to high school, and a lot of things changed in my life, in my perspective, and a lot of things also changed in my life in my home with my family. Okay. So with these 4 planets aligning, Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Saturn, Jupiter is the planet of luck. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. And this is also the divine feminine. Okay. Mars is the divine masculine, also the planet of war and aggression. And then, of course, Saturn, we're coming through with our obstacles and things in our own life that are holding us back, things that are blocking us from true alignment. So with these 4 planets coming together, this is really bringing us into a space to create some major changes in our life. And with the eclipse coming up on the 30th in Taurus, okay, this whole week is going to be a major week of change. Okay, I'm talking about rapid shifts, everything. This eclipse coming up on the 30th is the black moon. This is going to bring in new opportunities in your money and resources. This is also going to bring about changes in your values. So you might be changing up on thinking about what it is that you really want, or maybe some of your belief systems are changing. A lot of people are truly waking up around this time and seeing that a lot of the social constructs that we grew up, believing are really not beneficial to how it is that we live our lives now. So, this is really a Taurus Tower moment. And what that means is in Taurus, it's going to affect our self-worth, how it is that we have confidence, what it is that we're placing value in our lives, changes in our possessions, and then, of course, our physical environment. So that means like moving, changing in your relationships, maybe having new friendships, breaking up or starting a new relationship. You guys let me know in the comments if any of this astrology for the week is already hitting you, already changing your life. For sure, mine is. I'm definitely in the middle of a huge move. I'm having a whole new perspective right now around my money and my finances. And everything is different. And I would agree that it is a tower moment, so to speak, but very necessary. This energy pushing me in to do something that maybe I was resisting doing over the past 2 years, really, that is necessary for me to go into my next phase of life. So this is really going to bring in a lot of untwisted turns. And this is really going to push you to be realigned with your destiny and what it is that is meant for you, okay? What is the path that you are supposed to be on? Definitely make sure you guys are checking out the North Node and South Node opposing sign videos that I'll be posting all these next few weeks. I'm going to be doing them every month for each one. And so far, Libra and Taurus are up. In the next couple days, I'm going to try and get up the next 2 signs. Okay. So with all that being said, this black moon is really going to switch us around, shake up some shit, but for the better. And during all this, like I said in my channel message, you want to make sure that you're grounding yourself, you're being present, and really being mindful of what's going on in your life, how things are impacting you, and kind of look back at what was happening in 2020, 2016, 2005, and what was the common theme of all those things. What are you supposed to be learning right now? This is a time for you to really dive into your spiritual experience and say, what have I learned? And am I really applying those lessons? Did I really learn that lesson? Or is it coming back right now to kind of bite me in the ass to get my shit together? So that's that. So today I'm using 4 decks. I'm using the Biddy Tarot. I'm also using Moonology, the Moon deck. And I haven't pulled this deck in a while, the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. I know a lot of people have feelings about this deck, but I do what I feel called to do, and I don't worry about nothing else. So I feel like for sure with both Venus and Mars here, a lot of our relationships are going to be impacted. And this is going to be a season of our lives where our relationships are being made or broken. Like, are people here to stay with you for this next season of your life, for this, next 4 to 5 years or 2 to 4 years? Or are these people, you know, just proven to be temporary, and moving in alignment with that? You know what I'm saying? Being honest with yourself and letting go of anything that no longer serves you, okay? The eclipse is really made to bring out the shadow side of us and to really ask us what is our deep emotions about things. What are we feeling? What are we not being present in that's being brought to the light at this point, okay? Ooh, so the first card that we have out is Love Yourself First. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Now, what am I saying about your values? Okay, your self-worth. When you begin to really put yourself first and like allow yourself to align with what God has for you, you can't help but to start to put yourself first and say, you know what, maybe this isn't the best situation for me. Maybe I need to reconsider what it is that I'm putting my energy towards. You know what I'm saying? And if it's really honoring my higher self. The next couple cards we have in are definitely catered in towards relationship. And when I was like shuffling, the Hermit kind of wanted to pop out. So the next card we have is Retreat, where it says it's time to disconnect from the world. During this time, you're going to want to take some time for yourself, and you need to be present in your body and understand what it is that you need. You might be a person that needs to be more connected right now with other people, or you might be a person who needs to take that time so you can gather yourself, emotionally ground yourself, and just take a step back from everything, whether that's social media, whether it is how it is you're functioning in your work-life balance, or even in your actual relationships, needing to take a step back. A lot of people right now are going to be having a lot of themes of codependency, whether that's in your relationships or, you know, with certain habits that you have. And this energy is really pushing you to release that shit. It's telling you to let go. Codependency is not healthy whatsoever, okay? I'm going to link a video from my previous podcast, 3 Strikes, our first ever episode where we talked about codependency and how it was affecting us. Me and my co-host were both going through a breakup at the time, and just doubling back on what that experience taught you, you know, what it is that you learned in those relationships. Are you applying it to these new relationships? Are you falling into codependency? Are your new relationships pushing you to be a better version of yourself? Or is your new relationship allowing you to settle in the comfort instead of taking action and moving forward and, you know, staying focused and holding on to the visions that you're doing? If you are married, or if you have any children right now, you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of different interesting changes in your family aspect. You might have kids that are going off to college this coming year, or you may have changes in your family situation, like maybe if you co-parents or something like that, or maybe if you're married, you could possibly be going through a divorce or getting married. Preparing to get married. So with all these themes, you really want to think about the alignment of your life, these relationships, if they're truly meant for you, and, you know, thinking about all that stuff before you go into a marriage or before you leave a marriage, if that makes any sense. So we have coming up this week the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. So we got the energy of 773. So the energy of 7 is a very divine number. It's a number of alignment with your higher purpose, okay? And specifically the 7 of Cups talks about the options that you have available to you. And honestly, really taking a look and seeing at those options. Sometimes we overlook things that are in alignment with us because it's not truly what we want. And I like to tell all my clients that, you know, sometimes what is for you comes to you and you block it out, or, you know, you block your blessings because it didn't come in the specific way that you wanted it to. And it's not all about what we want, but it's about what we need. And this planetary alignment this week is definitely truly aligning us with our purpose, okay? And then the Seven of Swords here is just really about carrying too much baggage, carrying what you can't, holding on to what you can't carry, and having to leave a few things behind in the past version of yourself as we are moving into alignment with this rapid shift, okay? And this is going to be some very quick moving energy. I want to say not even 2 weeks, this change is going to occur into all of our lives, okay? And then we got the Three of Pentacles, but this is definitely in reverse. So this is talking about what it is that you're doing as far as working and if it's working out for you, okay? This is talking about directing your energy where it needs to go and using your creative abilities for your highest purpose, okay? When we are having these energies right now where it's like it feels like everything is getting fucked up in our lives, that is the time to ground stabilize yourself and use your energy productively. Do not say, man, it's some fucked up shit going on in my life, all I can do is stay in bed for the next week. Now, if you truly need to do that to support yourself, by all means do that. But I personally would take advantage of this energy shift that is challenging us to actually take action, to move into what it is our next season of life is, and to create with that energy instead of, having more stagnation in your life. Because how you choose to move through this is really going to show how it is that you're going to choose to move through the next two life. You're either going to lean in full force into these changes, or you're going to hold back, and then this is just going to be another season of your life where you may have not truly learned that lesson. And some of us, that is necessary for us, is to just be present in that moment and realizing that, hey, I didn't learn this, and so that the next time around you do get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of us are needing to relearn the lesson at this point. So we got a couple messages coming out here from my oracle decks, and of course we got the honeybees coming out with the energy of 6, the energy of self-care, unconditional love, and spreading that to yourself, having some grace as you're going through these difficult times and realizing that everything is as it should be. I feel like that is the main theme for the week. This card says, collaboration brings more sweetness in my life and into the world. So Spirit is really urging us to collaborate with other people, to send more love to ourselves and others. And just like the yin and yang energy, just as I said earlier in the reading, mastering the art of suffering and realizing that there is so much sweetness to life. It's just all about your perspective and how it is that you're looking at these situations. And if you say these changes are coming into my life for the better, then that's what it is, okay? And the next card is the energy of 18, which is a 9. Okay, 9 is closing up cycles, of course. 9 is really being almost there. And it says, I allow stillness to heal and reveal. In this card, we have a woman sitting in front of a full moon, and it almost looked like it may be water or like some trees surrounding her, and she's just sitting on a branch naked, okay? This is the second week we have where a person is just full on naked on a card like this. Not to say that that's rare in tarot or anything, but it's just really urging us to really just be our true self, our most authentic versions of ourselves right now, showing up as that and being present in who we are. And sometimes what that looks like is just taking a moment to ground ourselves and say, this is who I am now. These changes are okay. The universe is supporting me, and I am totally grounded in that, okay? These cycles are not taking over me. I am just using these cycles to my greatest benefits. Now, just to finish up the reading, I'm going to do some messages from the Moonology. The first card we have is Full Moon in Sagittarius. It says, look at the bigger picture, which really just finalizes and clarifies our message to say that there's more things going on bigger than you. You're not the only person being affected by this. So be mindful of that in your relationships when people are withdrawing from you, or when people are maybe forming more closer bonds with you, or just when things feel like it's falling apart. Look at the bigger picture and see how things could align for you, okay? Allow yourself to flow into that energy. Like, really go with the flow this week. Really ride the wave. And then we have bring love into the situation, a new moon in Aquarius, which I think came out last week. Interesting. So it's really important to think about your feelings last week, your emotions last week, and how it is that they are still resonating in your life right now. Do you allow yourself to properly express that? I think a few of us need to double back on how it was we were feeling last week. And if we really allow ourselves to be present in those emotions, allowed ourselves to be supported by the ones around us, and really just had unconditional love for ourselves and for other people. And then, of course, another card that came out last week, which is nothing will come out of this situation, void of the course moon. So just being present of the situations in your life, whether it is work related, love related, but I'm getting really heavy themes on your work life, really heavy themes on your personal relationships, whether it is romantic, platonic, or familiar. Just being present. Is this working for me or is this not working for me? Really being honest with that. And if something you know has not had any changes in the last 2 to 4 years, baby, it's time to release it. It's time to let it go. It's time to say sayonara. I really hope that this reading was good for you. I feel super energetic this week. And honestly, personally, I am leaning into all the changes that are occurring in my life. And I feel like the first day I realized, oh shit, change is coming, I was kind of, upset or sad. And then the very next day, my energy totally changed. My perspective totally changed. I was like, girl, it's I'm okay with these changes. I'm actually loving it, and you know what? This is what I needed so that I can get into alignment with my purpose. So I love you guys so much. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video if you did enjoy the reading. Look out for the next series of the North and South Node opposition. And if you want to book with me, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box, going to my link tree into my website, fullmoonbeauties.com, where you can book like chakra healing. I have several different readings available to you, including the life path reading. I'm also doing past life regression now, and of course Reiki healing. I'm super excited because this next month I'm going to be doing my next level of Reiki training. I can't wait for my attunement. I'm super excited. I can already feel the changes in my energy as I'm spiritually preparing for that. So make sure you're grounding yourself. Do what you have to do to support yourself, whether that is a form of meditation, whether that's getting out in nature, maybe listening to more music, leaning into your relationships, or taking a step back from whatever it is that you need to do. And of course, check out my podcast, I've Got Time. That will be linked in the description box as well. And if you want to shop with me at the Baby Brew on Etsy, where I design custom baby clothing, like literally graphic tees for babies. They are so freaking cute. Do so. Just hit that link in my bio and everything that I do will show up there, and you can just take the link to whatever it is. I am sending you guys all so much love and support during this week, and definitely drop a comment below if you feel like these energies are already hitting you, or if this reading resonated with you for the upcoming week. Peace out.